Hello everyone, this is KJPC Gaming. We are back in No Man's Sky 3.37 today with some more Permasoft. Today we are going to go to the Anomaly and hopefully make it back to our spawn system. I'd really like to get Base Computer Archive started, and in order to do that, I'm going to have to reach a certain point in the Awakenings mission, and it says follow the Starship automatic guidance. While we're here in the space station, though, there is a suit slot we can grab right here. So you can choose to grab general, technology, or cargo. All three of these suit slots are going to be relatively inexpensive right at first, especially the very first one. There's also a suit slot available in our spawn system, which I haven't gotten yet. I always like to get this one first because it makes it a complete equal thing right there. So now we have this upper corner here. All right, let's talk to this agent and find out what kind of upgrades he has available for our exosuit. There's B class and C class. We have radiation and thermal protection in S class, and a shield. We're definitely going to grab that shield. The A class works really well if you just want to grab something really quick that's less expensive. B class works not quite as well, but it still functions. And then C class works the least well, but it still does work. If I can turn around. All right, so we are going to take our shield, and we're going to drop it next to hazard protection, just as a reminder that that's where it is. There is no synergy between hazard protection and defense, so it won't light up with the same colors, and one does not buff the other one. Our shield is pretty good. 89% shield strength is pretty darn good. We're going to need to charge that. This guy is the Exocraft merchant. Here's a little knick-knack. And we got nav data. Awesome. We need lots of that. Here is the Starship merchant, and he's going to have stuff. He has a Photon Cannon and an Infraknife. I'm going to go ahead and grab the Photon Cannon because that's the kind of guns that we have. We are going to have to move some stuff around. We desperately need to get a container, and in order to do that, we need to start Base Computer Archives. Now you can see that lit up with this light blue. That shows that the two things have synergy, and the one buffs the other. This is 6% damage, not the best, but it's pretty okay. And it's going to make our Photon Cannon much more powerful. Let's check the multi-tool. It is a C class. So so the S class multi-tool in this star system will never spawn into this cabinet because the cabinet is C class, regardless of the multi-tool. This multi-tool might be found in a B class cabinet, but this particular cabinet is C class. Now let's check this guy and see what he's got. And nothing special there. We're looking for S-class stuff for our multi-tool. Although other classes do some things, they don't do all of the things at once. And like I said yesterday, Viking systems are special because they all have nanite boxes in the space station. There's 2 of them. There's one right there. And let's just check really quickly for my own reference. It's pretty good. Hydraulic wiring is solar mirrors, okay. These guys, at least one of these guys, if not 2 of them, is likely to be a future employee. This guy right here is most likely going to be a construction manager dude. So while you will get credit for meeting people, you won't be able to learn foreign words or their words from them. But it is a good idea to talk to them because you get credit for meeting people. We're going to check the deck really quickly and see if there's any travelers here. I don't see any. You tell travelers because they sort of look like holograms. And in this back room, there is also a machine. There's sometimes other machines in here as well, though not this one. Not a very good view today. Alrighty. We will come back and meet people later. I want to get Base Computer Archive started. In order to do that, we need to finish Awakenings. So it's telling us to go to the automatic guidance signal. We have a red sky on a aggressive sentinel lush. And we have another lush there with blue grass. It's interesting. Planet one it says to go to is a fungal planet. And there's another planet over there. It is another fungal planet. Very interesting. All right, is that everything? Looks like it. All right, let's go to the signal. Although all of this stuff is the same in normal mode, and you can easily use this as a tutorial for normal mode, I am actually in permadeath. So I want you to notice as we fly in here, on my left is a black building with a light on it. That's a monolith. On my right is the location where the game wants me to land. That's where the actual fuel source is, the monolith. That's where the game wants me to land, because it wants me to use the visor to find the monolith. But I can clearly see it from my ship. And because this is permadeath, I actually want to land at the monolith. Monoliths have a lot of special properties. Like ancient ruins, you are safe on a monolith. So even if there is an aggressive T-Rex or a cat right there, he can't hit me as long as I'm standing on this monolith, which is super good. Let's learn some Viking. Open beam. Terpank, terpank, terpank. Yig, yig, yig. I think that means death, death, death. Gra, gra, gra. This tells the story of Herc and Now, who are the two main characters in the Viking story. There's a turkey. We're scanning these creatures. You get a little bit of units from it. If we do manage to scan all the creatures on the planet, we will also get a milestone from that. I think that guy's on the other side of the hill. I'm also casually looking for a predator to see if it's safe to walk around on this planet. If we didn't have the safety of the monolith, I'd be standing on my ship, scanning around, making sure there's no predators. Here's another milestone. Comprehended. Learned 10 words. There we go. The Viking word for gra. All right. This structure is unlike anything I've ever encountered on my journey so far. Everything about it is so obviously alien, so obviously out of place. As I stare at it, words form themselves in my mind. Is it traveler? Is it friend? I usually say I'm a traveler. You can choose either one. It makes no difference. It feels strange responding to questions I'm unsure I'm being asked. But something has clearly taken notice of my reply. I'm overwhelmed by a sense that something has awoken, that someone is watching me. It forms another question. Is it first? Is it last? I usually say I'm last just because I know the story. But like I said, either answer is fine. I do not know how I'm being spoken to. This monolith is ancient, and I cannot escape the feeling it has asked these questions many times over. It asks again, have they seen the Crimson Eye? Has the Crimson Eye seen them? You remember in the abandoned building, the Crimson Eye? We have both seen it, and it has seen us. Likelihood of anomaly exceeds safety parameters. Breach detected. Alert, the boundaries fall, the walls collapse. Your universe awaits. Find us, traveler. There we go. And we will get a warp cell for that. From now on, when you answer monoliths correctly, you will learn an Atlas word, which is a language you can only learn from the Atlas and from monoliths. And you will also gain access to finding portals. This is too early in the game, so it won't let us see portals. All right, let's see here. There's another creature. Now it's 6 of 10. There's quite a bit of salvage data here, which is awesome. Those guys are on the other side there. Let's add a battery to our hazard protection and some life support gel to our life support. I don't see any predators right here. We'll keep our eyes open for any red paws hanging around our heads, though. Let's see here. Oh, we got big teddy bears. Very cool. Look at that. I don't see any birds or any more red dots. Oh, there's one right there. That is 8 of 10. There's only 2 creatures left, so you can go into your options menu and discoveries and look and see. We have a flying creature and a flying creature. So the last 2 creatures on this planet to find are birds of some kind. All right, find the mysterious messenger, make your way into space. We'll come back here and finish the zoology later. We're going to get contacted here shortly. Oh, suit lady. Base computer archives are available. Very cool. All right, let's go into the options menu and make sure we're on awakenings. Locate your benefactor. The monolith revealed a strange message. In space, use the galaxy map to search for clues. So that's the galaxy map. And there is our home system. And let's see. Back to our home system. We are out of jump range for that stuff. There is Akatak. We can finally go there, so let's do it. Let's see if the mysterious message will come up here. All right, you can see 2C on my right here. And we're just gonna wait. Explore nearby systems. Access your galaxy map. Okay, I already did that. There we go. Incoming transmission, source unknown. You are not alone. Please identify yourself. You left me. Why did you? I don't understand. Of course you'd say that. Of course you'd. Just like the others. Who are you? Likely there is no reply. The communicator falls silent, though the channel remains open. Coordinates received. Here we go. We are being sent to the fungal planet. And we have a hostile scan. So we have a hostile scan. We can choose to fight the pirates, or we can land. Now, I happen to know that this star system has a critical combat level, so I'm not going to risk that. We're going to go ahead and land. Again, in normal mode, that may not be the case. It may not be critical. There we go. Landing calls off the hostiles, and it also brings us to the space station where we can get a suit slot. There we go. I'm gonna do tech here so that when I buy new tech, it doesn't have to go in here, further clogging my suit. Hello, Geki person. We've met before. You just don't remember me because I look different. This guy has movement modules, cold thermal protection, hot thermal protection, and then some A-class varieties of the same, including shields. There we go. And I do like this movement module, but I'm going to hold off on spending any more of the nanites that Lava gave me. And if you are starting in multiplayer like this, the friend that you start with, if they have nanites, they can buy upgrade modules and give you those modules. You then sell those modules back to these merchants, and they give you nanites in return. And that's how I got nanites. So what have you got for my Starship? There's a S-class hyperdrive. That is awesome. Later on, we'll come back and buy C-class gun upgrades to get our first amount of cadmium. And I'll show you that later when we get there. This is a C-class, the end of sky. My voice is rough. And here's a scatter blaster and a scanner. We don't have the multi-tool yet that we are going to buy. We'll do that on the live stream. So I don't want to carry around any modules, but I know that Akatak has a scanner, which is awesome. And we're just checking to see what's available here. Very cool. And it's a Gex system, so there's no nanite box. There's a milestone for movement. We're going to get tons of those coming up very quickly, probably as early as tomorrow. And just checking that. We can't take a mission yet, I don't think. We shouldn't be able to. I think we need to go to... Oh, look at that. That's changed. This is a change. So we can take these missions, but we're not going to yet because we need to finish the Awakenings mission before we start confusing all of these mission signals. All right. This is the kind of freighter I'd like to get, although I don't like this bottom belly thing here. But this is the type of freighter I'd like to get. We'll look around for one, see if we can find one. All right, so we have a signal telling us to go to the fungal planet. We just got to get past the space station. Pulse engine unavailable, space station proximity. Darn it! Speed limits. I'm a good pilot. I won't hit the space station. I promise. Says we're heading to a stranger's coordinates. But there's a question mark there. Alrighty. This should be taking us to a crashed ship. So this one's going to be a little bit harder. It's a little bit more difficult to see a crashed ship from the sky. But we will go to where it tells us to land, which is right here. And then we're going to look around carefully and see it. There it is right there. All right. So it's telling us to land over there and walk to here. But we're going to land really close because I think this planet does have predators, if I recall. I have been here before. All right, so here is a crashed ship. You see it's a C-25. It's worth 4.5 million units. We're going to grab this damaged machinery. And we got nanites. And we're going to grab this buried tech module. Very cool. And I am not going to grab this ship right now. Instead, I'm going to drop a save beacon on it. And I'm going to color it in some color that I recognize is a crashed ship. And here's a color I don't use very often, light blue. And we'll be able to see that from space. Here's the signal beacon where we're supposed to go. We need to fix it with chromatic metal and sodium, just a very tiny bit. And there's no signs of life. There's only the static of a broken communicator. Extract records. Whatever message was once here has been scrambled beyond recovery. All I extract is the pilot's name, Artemis. Whoever they were, they are long gone. The only other uncorrupted data is a set of plans, an upgrade for my mining beam. And that is the advanced mining laser, which is absolutely awesome. We learned how to make a hermetic seal when we fixed our ship, and we already knew how to make carbon nanotubes. The only other thing you need is wiring loom. Very cool. All right, I don't know if we have room for that. We definitely need to buy a new multi-tool or expand the slots on this one. But we'll go ahead and drop in the advanced mining laser. And we need to make a hermetic seal, which is condensed carbon right there. And carbon nanotubes, which is just regular carbon. Now we can fix that. And now we can use this multi-tool on far larger resources. All right, search for Artemis on this and other worlds. I just use my quick menu there to load my launch thrusters. We have a message. Priest entity Nada. Artemis entity, we received your signal. Is it first? Is it last? Time for truth. You have their signal, but you are not Artemis. Tell the truth. Your signal is familiar to Nada. We've been in contact before, I think. This would be a good time to come aboard. And here comes the Anomaly. All right. Now, because we have finished expeditions, and we also participated in Twitch drops, we have a whole bunch of stuff that we have access to, but we're not going to grab that stuff right away. Right. Now, you can see that the weekend event is still active. Today is Sunday. We're going to go in here, make sure that we're on the space anomaly, and then we're going to follow the signals to complete the space anomaly mission, which is super fast. I'm going to run through it pretty quickly without reading all the stuff. You should probably read the stuff because it gives you a lot of information that you won't find anywhere else. Except by asking dozens of questions. Here is Priest Entity Nada. And we're just going to ask all the questions that are available so we can get through this bit quickly. It tells you the story about the anomaly and about Polo and other travelers, and then he tells you to talk to Polo. If you just follow the purple dot, you can't go wrong. Ask how he makes the space station safe for us, and then it's going to tell us to go and speak to other travelers on the space station here. So purple dot's going to take us down here. And here's Helios. We do have a little bit of data, but not much. He's going to give us nanites for that data. We got 150 nanites. That's pretty cool. This is not the next step, but I'm just going to go ahead and look at Ares. See if he'll give us our milestone data, which is going to be tremendously more nanites. You can see them ticking up there. We got 700 from him. Right, now the purple dot's telling me to go back to the merchants back here. And first we need to talk to Celine, who won't keep her tongue in her mouth. Research exosuit upgrades. We have 3,600 nanites, so we're going to get the hazmat glove. And the personal refiner. The personal refiner is an absolute game changer. It definitely helps you move forward more easily. So now we're going to grab another suit slot. Now it should want us to talk to the construction terminal. And we got to click back on that. So you don't have to buy anything here. You just have to engage it. And here's Hyperion. He does ships. He has the hyperdrive upgrades, as you can see. So we can grab those. If you don't have the nanites yet, earning nanites is super simple, and we'll be going over that pretty quickly here. Because I'm going to spend these pretty quickly. Now you may notice that you have some technology on your Starship, but don't actually know how to build that technology, and you'll see that in here. If your ship, for instance, has a positron, but you haven't actually learned the technology, it'll show up as needing to be bought, and you should probably do that. All right, now we've got another formula pinned. We'll undo that. Go back to the space anomaly. And the last step is to go and talk to Nada one more time. Ask him what to do about Artemis. All right. Now, this is tricky. If you want to go into the galaxy map and not be bothered every time you enter the galaxy map, ask about the Crimson Lyre. And follow that up by asking to seek the Atlas, because it will only show you the first one, and then it will leave you alone. All right, now that we have finished the Anomaly mission, we can take Nexus missions, including the first mission, which we don't have time to do today. But you could take any one of these missions, including the Quicksilver missions, which are in orange. And my Twitch drops and my Expedition drops are over here, along with regular Quicksilver items. You can create exotic items from Quicksilver, pick up Expedition rewards, or collect Twitch rewards. And this is on a new save where the actual save files don't contain my expeditions. So that information is saved server side. And so you don't have to worry if you're starting a new save. Those rewards will be there for you. All right, you guys, when we come back next time, we're going to be going home and starting to build up our character. We're going to need to create nanites in some way. We're We're also going to need to create some wealth and explore our homeworld. And that's what we're going to start doing tomorrow. I want to thank you all so much for coming along. If you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing. If you're enjoying the content, please click the like button. And as always, have a great day.